Developing news now out of South Carolina. It is the end of a harrowing day for some students, teachers, and parents in the Palmetto State. Police and other first responders rushed to more than 20 schools after getting 911 calls about active shooters. It was all a hoax. In our area, Beaufort High School was put on lockdown after word that someone had been shot. Police and members of the Sheriff's Department were called in. Everyone was escorted out of the building and officers did a sweep of the inside and outside. They found no shooter or victim.
We agonized over what to put out and when to put it out because we wanted to get it out. We had officers with the groups of parents that had gathered, giving them as much real-time information as we could. Being a parent myself, the information wasn't out soon enough. But we couldn't do it any quicker.
How do we deter? We identify those that are responsible and we put them in prison.
And late this afternoon, we learned that Hampton Police received a 911 call about a possible shooter at Hampton Elementary School. That also turned out to be false. So right now, investigators are trying to determine how this happened. According to some online reports, it stems from a TikTok challenge.
As you can imagine, all of this has students and parents rattled. Even though the active shooter calls turned out to be fake, Beaufort High School was dismissed early. WSCV's Andrew Davis spoke to some parents and students. He is joining us now live with that part of the story.
Well, it was just a few hours ago that hundreds of parents stood behind me, waiting, watching, wondering, hoping to be able to see their child for the first time after this frightening situation continued on in the classrooms. The best way to describe all their emotions after it was finished? Relief.
I don't know what's going on. They won't tell us anything. He called me crying in here and telling me he was scared.
Frustration boiling over this morning from the hundreds of parents outside the Bluffton High School football stadium, the staging area to wait and hopefully pick up their kids.
Oh, you see this on TV and all the other schools? I don't know, I just started praying.
Prayers were answered for these folks when the buses carrying them came rolling in. The students didn't get to go to their parents' arms, but to the stands of the football field instead. There they got interviewed and counseled, waiting to go home. The parents had to sign up to get their teens, lines 10 deep. When they finally were able to get to see them, they heard the stories from inside.
I was in a closet, so I didn't really know anything, and I heard a bunch of screaming, but I knew I was safe in a way because we were hidden.
First we thought it was a drill, but then we started hearing stuff upstairs, rumbling and stuff like that, and I was just scared, but I'm just glad to be alive, you know.
A sentiment echoed by everyone here, especially all those worried moms and dads.
It was devastating, getting the news. It really shook me up. I was shook up. But I'm grateful that you're here, and I love you.
I just had to see him and hug him and just know that he was okay. So it was very stressful. Hoax or no hoax, real or not, it's just something no parent wants to hear.
What was it like when you finally got to see him?
I just can't put it into words.
Luckily, all those students are now back home. The last ones left about 3 o'clock this afternoon. The investigation into this situation is far from over because there's potential for all of these situations in South Carolina to be connected. The local authorities have handed this over to the FBI, who are now in charge of the case. The hope is here at Beaufort High School that everything will be back to normal at class tomorrow. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Andrew, thank you.